Hey team, it is rotation 1 for the advanced class. We're going to be working on your black stripes. For the first technique, it is an axe kick. An axe kick puts a lot of strain on the back of the hamstring really quickly. And so it's important that you stretch out and loosen up before working these. After you've warmed up some, pause the video, warm up on your own a little. After you've warmed up though, one of the best stretches to start with is legs being straight, just leaning all the way forward. After you've done that and loosened up a little bit, you can do something called a light ballistic stretch. A light ballistic stretch would be, if I was here with my legs straight, I could lean forward and lightly bounce up and down to kind of loosen the muscles up. Another good version for a light ballistic stretch, don't put that one in, is to take your leg and swing it. Don't kick, but leave your leg all the way straight and just swing it up a little. And then put it down, and then swing it a little higher. And then put it down, and then swing it a little higher. And you keep raising your goal until you get close to where your threshold is. You have to be loose and warm up first before you do that, or for us adults, it could hurt our legs. So going into the axe kick, make sure you've warmed up before doing this. Your hands are up. You put one leg back behind you. It doesn't matter which one. From here, I'm going to use my rear leg, and it's going to come up across my center line. So if I'm using the leg on this side, it is going across my body first to here. After it comes up like a front kick, I then pull the foot over and I pull it straight down. So watch again, my hands are here. I take that leg up across the side, I pull it through, and I pull it down. When you are pulling down though, make sure that you are not hammering your heel on the floor hard, because it is bad for the knees. It is okay to whip that foot down as hard and as fast as you can, and just pick your hip up a little bit on that side so that when your foot comes through, it doesn't have to hammer the ground hard to make it easier on your joints. That's the first one, your axe kick. Your second kick is a blitzing axe kick. A blitzing axe kick means you kick with the leg that is already in front. So if I had my leg in the front here just like this, and I wanted to use my forward leg for my axe kick, I would take that leg and I would switch real quick first. So from here, I would do a quick switch and then I throw the exact same axe kick we worked on just a second ago. So watch, I'm here, my hands are up, I'm fighting with someone, I'm sparring, I see an opportunity, but I don't want to axe kick with this one, I want to use this one. So I'm going to quickly change out my feet, come through and drop my axe kick, and then from there, that sets up other combinations as well. Make sure you pause between each technique, work it multiple times. The one past that is to do a combination with it. One of the techniques we have is a blitzing backfist for this rotation. Your blitz backfist, first let's work on the footwork for a blitz. If my feet are side by side, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a line in the mat's right here. Right underneath my nose is where the line is. So this is my center mass. I'm going to take my forward leg, if I'm blitzing this way, and I'm going to pull my forward leg behind where my center of gravity is. If I put my foot on this side, it makes me start to fall forward. So watch again, my hands are up, stop there please. I take that foot, I step behind the line, and I start to step forward. So I'm gonna use that momentum to dive at somebody. So if I'm here, I pull this foot back, I'm gonna dive in and tag him with a back fist real fast. I take this foot, I pull in, I dive, and I throw my punch. That's your blitz back fist. Let's do it again. So my guard is up. Now you can work this stationary to start to make sure you feel comfortable with it. But once you feel like you're solid, don't be just standing there, but start moving a little, and then from there, quickly try to pull that foot back, boom, and tag that back fist as quick as you can. That's your blitzing back fist. So now we're gonna put those two together, your axe kick and your back fist. So if my guard is up, I'll do it as a blitzing axe kick. Now from my side, this is my right leg. I have my right leg is forward. I'm gonna quickly switch my feet. My right leg is gonna come down with the axe kick, and I want you to see two positions the foot can come down. So watch, I'm here, I switch, I throw my axe kick, and the first one, it landed in front of me. If it lands way up here in front of me, that is not going to set me up to dive forward. Now I would use it to go in front of me if I'm trying to reach to get somebody far away. Let's say they're at the edge of my range. I might throw my axe kick and my hips will reach as I lean back to counterbalance it, just to balance and get a little bit more reach out of that axe kick coming down. If I'm trying to chase them down though, my forward leg is gonna land behind my gravity line, and so when I come down, it's gonna pull real close to the other leg so that it tips me forward and lets me dive in them quick. So watch, my hands are up, I throw my blitz, I throw my axe kick, I dive in and throw a back fist right afterwards. That's your second version or second combination we're gonna work. Following that, next up, we have a fake side kick into a back fist. So for your fake side kick, if my guard is up, there are 3 ways we can rock this fake that we'll be working in class. The first one is your hand. So if I'm here, I might pump real quick with my hand. If I'm faking with my hand, it's hand, elbow, shoulder. All 3 move just a little bit, boom, real quick. So I'm here, I'm relaxed, pop, I come back. I'm just trying to get them to lock up and tighten. When their muscles tighten up, whatever's open, that's what I'm then gonna go for. So my guard's up, I'll go fake, and then I come in with my side kick quickly. So again, my guard's up, fake, side kick. The other version would be to fake with a soft fake. A soft fake is not to really move in, it's to get a little bit closer to them without them changing their positioning. That means this. My guard is up, I'm here. If I take my hand up here like this, I pick my hand up, and chances are on the camera, you were really focused on this hand, but it was just so that I could move 6 inches closer to you, and now I'm within whatever range I needed for my technique. So again, I'm here, I take my hands, it's not a fast motion, it's a deliberate motion to draw their eye and get them to focus on something so they're not focusing on something else that just happened, which is me getting closer. The last one, which is the most valuable one for this combo, is to fake with your foot. Now watch this. If you chamber a correct side kick, and make sure you chamber the side kick correct. When you chamber, your knee needs to come all the way in front of you. So if I'm from the side, I pull this knee all the way in front of me. I turn my shoulders, my hips, my heel is up so that I can extend that side kick when I'm ready. However, on a fake side kick, I'm going to pick my foot up just to make them think that I'm gonna kick, and then I'm gonna dive in with a punch instead. So watch this. I don't wanna do a correct chamber if I'm not actually going to kick, because look what happens. My upper body has to move away a little bit. It puts my weight leaning on the back foot more. So instead, the difference is, rather than me coming all the way here, I'm gonna go there and then throw the blitz. So watch, I'm here, I turn my hips, and I lift my heel. But notice the position of my knee. It's still down. I didn't pick my knee up high like I'm doing an actual side kick. Keeping my knee down and bringing it up more behind me makes it look like I'm picking my foot up for a side kick, but I'm not. My guard is here. I pick my foot up like I'm gonna kick him, and then all of a sudden, boom, I shoot my punch instead. So one more time, my hands are up, I'm here, I'm sparring with you. I pick that foot up, and as I pick it up, you start to prep for that kick to the body, and I go here, pow. So make sure you work that one as well. Last, 2 other things. The other one is to do a V-sit stretch with your teammate. So if you have a family member that can help you, that you trust, you would sit down with your feet into a V, and you'd put your back up against a wall. So you're sitting against the wall. From there, you put your feet out like this, and your teammate would put their feet on the inside of your ankles here and here, and they'd slowly push your feet out wider. We can work that in class as long as we have the correct partners in class for it. And the last thing, I lied, 2 last things. Angle back fist and then Escrima. The angle back fist, if my guard is up, an angle means you take the farthest leg from your opponent and you step forward. So someone dives in with a punch at me, I angle out of the way as I counter, tagging them with a back fist to the side of the head. So again, they dive in, I step and I punch. From this side, same thing, they dive in, step and back fist. Once more, I'm here, they come, I step and back fist. And the final thing is your Escrimas. Grab both Escrimas if you have them. This is one you can just do open hand as well if needed. The Escrima kata is one thing, the count is something separate. We're gonna work on the 4 count. Now the 4 count would be where I'm facing you and you're facing me. And I would use my right hand on this side while you use your right hand, and we would connect hitting them high, just like that. And then from there, our right hands, again, this is my right on this side, your right is over here. Your right hand would then swing down and hit me low. And then we would repeat, high and low. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From your side of the camera, I'm gonna mirror you with this now. Take your right hand, which is this side. So if you're going through this with me, your right hand's here. Right hand comes down at an angle, like you're making a slope going down, slash straight down like that. From there, it turns and it goes back across. That was 1 and 2. So from your side, using your hand on this side, your left hand, you would go 3, turn it over, 4. So let's repeat. This side is 1, turn it over, 2, other side, 3, 4. Make sure when one hand goes, watch my other hand. When your right hand goes down, your left hand gets by your face so it is ready. When I turn back, it's still there. As soon as your side, as soon as your left hand goes down, your right hand comes up to your face. And then when it comes back, it's still in position. That sets you up for more power on these strikes. You can also turn, boom, your hips on each of these strikes. Not the one coming back, but the initial strike coming in, you turn your shoulder over to give you more torque on it as well. That is the main thing I want you working on for those. If you have a teammate, you partner up with them, do your 4 count back and forth. When you are facing your partner though, you want to be far enough. Let's say the camera, let's say you are the partner. I am far enough away from you that I cannot hit you with my sticks. The same is true with your teammate's face. Make sure it is far enough away that you cannot reach them. Only if you both reach out can you connect your sticks. And you always want it at a 45-degree angle. So think of an alligator mouth. It's here or here. That way when you're reaching to connect with your teammate, it's easier to make contact hitting their stick. If it is flat and theirs is flat coming across, it's a lot easier to miss them. If they're both making an X, because they're at 45s, you have a much higher chance of connecting. And if you miss their stick, don't worry about it, just keep on going. Let's say I swing for the 1 count and I miss that first hit. You do not stop. You do not try to go back and hit it again. You just keep going like nothing happened because you'll get the next one. If you try to reset every other time, it gets much more challenging. All right, last part, you take your sticks. When you're done with them, remember to wrap and trap. It goes under your arm,